1, 2. Sip it the milk, sip it the milk. Sip it the milk and you'll feel fine. Sip it the milk, baby. Sip it the milk and you'll feel right.
It's good. It's great. Yeah,
that's what I do, mate.
That's the best thing you've ever done, you know?
Do you know what? It's up there.
It is up there.
It's up there. Intro music now.
Welcome to Drum and Drummer, a podcast focused on drums, drumming and drummers. I'm George Pickering and that's Ben Winty, and we are both professional drummers in this business we call music. So stick around and join us as we pass the time whilst trying to stay in time.
But all dried up.
I always know you're going to say one more thing.
Where's my cat? Oh, there she is. Get worried about... we'll start right now.
Yeah.
I get worried about running my cat over in my chair.
Yeah, that's a worry.
Because I've got a little kitten in this room and she runs around and I'm quite a big fella. You roll this chair, you roll that over a tail or a paw.
But
Ouch.
I'd say cats are far more nimble than you. So I feel like the speed at which you roll is slower to the speed at which if they feel a bit of it, you know, they're up.
Although I can be like this, mate. Whoosh, sudden. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't completely underestimate my speed.
No, it's true. Yeah.
You know, I've designed my life around sitting in chairs, so I'm wow. You know.
Yeah.
It's, whoa.
You really have. Yeah.
No, on a normal occasion, I would say you're absolutely right. A cat would outwit me in a test of speed and reaction.
Yeah.
However, little Pearl has had a spay done, innit? She's had a womb removed. So she's got a little red jumper on, like a little bodysuit, so she can't lick the wound. So I'd say she's recovering from surgery, sort of like me, like I did.
Yeah.
So she might be a little bit slower than normal. You know. But anyway.
A bit like you were.
Again, the similarities are uncanny.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Is she sat in bed watching Better Call Saul?
She's definitely been sat in bed all day.
Yeah.
She sat in bed all day for sure. So again,
sort of like the perfect pet for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't see you as a dog man, you know. Don't take
Absolutely
that the wrong
not.
way, but
No.
You going in the park and running with a dog is not an image I can even imagine, you know. And I can imagine all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of the brain.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine you running with a dog.
No.
You know. Oh no, I just have, and it's wholesome actually.
It's actually quite frightening. The speed.
You and two spaniels, yeah.
No, never been a dog boy. Never been a dog man. Never been a dog person. No.
But were you ever a cat man until you had cats? Did you have cats growing up?
Had cats growing up.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I think my love of the cat, the feline species, primary school trip, Marwell Zoo, baby snow leopard, same birthday.
Great.
So, how are you not going to fall in love with that?
Yeah.
You know, and the snow leopard is up there, number one probably on my favourite animals.
Pretty good cat.
And I'd love a pet one, you know, but the house cat will have to do. But they're great though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's great because, you know, we can just lounge around all day. It's both of us, you know, and Billy.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
just wife's out working.
Yeah.
Three of us are just lounging in bed all day.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what's for dinner? You know, first port of call.
Is that
what's for dinner?
You three talking to your wife?
Just all three of us. We're looking at each other in a triangle of laziness. Going, what's for dinner?
Yeah, exactly. Just imagine your wife coming home and there's two small bowls, cat bowls, and then there's a bowl that just says "Be Winty" on it, you know, waiting for chicken nuggets, to be put in there, you know, chicken nuggets and kibble,
trough of water, and there's water, and bubblegum squash, just lapping. Yeah. Good day. Yeah. Anyway, what's on the docket this week? How are you, George?
I half wish we just kept that going for half an hour.
We could. I could have done this. There's
that's
plenty
what's
more
worrying. Yeah. Loads more cat banter. I I don't know. Do you want to start? It was very me heavy last week. What was the thing about you bleeding on a cymbal?
Well. Right. So blood on the cymbals. Now this is what I said. Blood on the cymbals. Was it my blood?
Ah,
it was
already.
Not.
This is very Spinal Tap. You know.
Yeah. So I had a freshman year gig. Not just gone the weekend before. One of them turn up. You're like, what's going on here? This. You know, I did that one a couple of months back where it was absolutely rubbish.
Yeah, you're gonna have to narrow it down. But yeah.
The day the music died.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turned up, thought, similar vibes here. Similar vibes. It was a joint 40th party. Everyone just looked civil. I mean, the worrying sign when we got there as we pulled in, it's like, is this the right place? Well, there is a marquee. And there was a banner hanging down from a door that said, like, happy 90th birthday.
Right.
Like, oh, God. What is this the right, what is going on? What is going on?
Yeah.
Turns out that was finishing at 4:30.
Right.
There was another party in the marquee.
Got you.
Adjacent to the hut. It was an easy gig. We had lovely food. We had an ice cream. And actually, to be fair, when we played, people came in and they did have a dance. They did have a mosh. Wasn't many of them, but that's classic freshman year. But those there did enjoy it. But we were getting towards the end of the second set, you know, and I'm bopping away on the drums as I do. And I suddenly notice, I think we'd just done Rage Against the Machine or something like that.
Big time.
There's like little spots on my cymbals, little spots of something. What's going on here?
So these are real cymbals, not
These are real cymbals. So
Yeah.
I've gone hybrid, baby.
Yeah.
I've got hybrids. I've got my real cymbals. So my crash cymbals, I'm like, little spots of blood. So I'm like checking my hands. Like, have I caught the edge of a cymbal or something? Or have I clipped the rim with my finger? Am I just bleeding from somewhere that I'm unaware of?
Yeah.
You know, I can't see any blood on the skins of my Roland or my snare. I'm like, I can't check my fingers, check my hands, wipe my face. I mean, I'm hot. Don't get me wrong. I'm hot. I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Anything could be dripping from me.
Yeah.
You know.
Anything.
I can't see anything. I look at the other guys. I'm like, Neil, are you bleeding? Mike, are you bleeding? You know. And they're like, what? And I'm like, never mind. Finish the set.
Yeah.
And anyway, turns out, so we finished playing, and it was a good gig in the end. It was a good gig. It was no Fishbourne Centre. People had a good time. People were there. People watched.
Yeah.
People listened. People learnt. People loved. But at the end, there was a really drunk guy.
Right.
It was a really drunk guy. I think he was Eastern European. And at first,
is that relevant?
Well, only slightly because of the accent when he suggested what our band name should be.
Are we going to have an impression of you?
Possibly, yeah.
Well, you kind of have to now.
Yeah. You could tell he's kind of, for the last few songs, he's loving the heavy stuff. He's right near the front, and you're like, back off a sec, mate. There's loads of space in the marquee. This is not a sold out show, you know.
Yeah.
And you can tell he's right at the front. And he's enjoying it, but it's at the moment, it's harmless.
Yeah. But he is Eastern European. He is
Eastern European.
Yeah.
And he's had what I can only assume is a copious amount of alcohol.
Yeah, probably vodka because he's Eastern European.
Absolutely. Yeah. Not judging, but definitely vodka. And he is smashed. And he's doing that thing. You'll have had this. Had this. Where you've just finished playing and someone wants you to play more. Yeah. The room accepts. Good gig. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
They finish playing. Someone doesn't let that slide. You've taken cymbals off. You're clearly packing down. Music's on through the PA. He's not having it.
No.
Play another song. Play another System of a Down song. Anyway, he says to Neil, "What is the name of your band?"
There's the impression.
Yeah. People are afraid to do impressions these days.
Yeah. I'm not.
I'm back in the trend. And Neil said, "It's freshman year." And he went, "You should be called the Ginger Cunts." Right?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That, quite funny.
Yeah.
quite funny.
Then
Then
did he say it maliciously or like
that one wasn't malicious?
Right, okay.
He did then say it again with maliciousness in him.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
which we were unappreciative of. But anyway, he did that thing. He's speaking to Neil.
Yeah.
Neil's obviously said, "Sorry, mate, we're done." He then goes and speaks to Mike.
Right.
Obviously, Mike palms him off to me.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You got to play more." He's like, you must turn the music off." And he kept saying, like, what I could gather was he was like, "I want to propose."
Right.
Right. So what he was doing was going, "This night's not about me, but I want to make it about me because I've had 15 vodkas, pints of vodka." And we're like, "Sorry, mate, we're finishing soon. You can do what you want when we're done, when we're gone." He can see his girlfriends trying to be like, come on.
Yeah.
And what we did notice though, he had a cut to his head or his knee or something, but he had lots of blood on his t-shirt, and it's like, right, it's this guy's blood in the whatever has got onto my drum kit. And then at one point he sort of comes over to talk to me again. My kit is mostly packed down now. I've just got my toms sort of stacked up, ready to go in cases. And he stumbles into my toms and puts his hand on them. And I'm like, "Mate, right, that's enough now."
Yeah.
And the guy whose party it was had to come and drag him away.
That's a shame.
Basically, right? And you're like, and then we were loading out, and his girlfriend is sat on a bench crying because of his behaviour. The woman whose joint party it was sat sort of talking to her, going, "We'll find him. Apparently he just run off. Yeah, apparently he'd run off in a hedge or something. Like, and you're like, it's a shame because other than that, like, it was great. And you're like, what? Why have you got so fucked at your mate's party that is akin to what I would describe a village fete?
Yeah.
It was a little marquee in this little heritage centre in Chelmsford in the country. Like, no need to get that drunk. No need to behave like that. And you've put a fucking dampener on what was an otherwise lovely evening.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I've got some fucking prick's blood on my cymbals. And you're like, I've got to clean that off.
Blood must have just... Was he dancing and then it just sprayed?
Yeah, it just moshing and it just...
Yeah, it's mad people like that. I went to a wedding once, and there was this guy who was just a dick. He had these mad coke eyes, and but also kind of, sort of, I don't know. He was looking at me with these coke eyes, almost as if he was undressing me as well. He was an odd sort of man, and he was fucked, before they'd done the speeches, So by the end of the night, he'd gone beyond party mode into my life's a mess and I don't know what I'm doing my life mode. And I heard him talking to the groom, and the groom went, "I get it, but this is my wedding day." That's what I heard. Like, why are you doing this now? And then we all went to sleep in our tents, and about 4 a.m, what is that going on? He'd set fire to his own tent. Like, but like, that is a man crying out for attention, And the next morning, like, some of our gang, nearly sort of went for him just because he was such a dick, and he didn't clean up any of his stuff, and we're like, who the fuck was that guy, But yeah, it's exactly that. It's like,
And there tends to be one, and you can spot them. You can spot them a lot of the time,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, blood on the cymbal.
Yeah, blood on my cymbals. You're like, really? Come on.
What have you done? Have you cleaned them, or you just...
Well, to be honest, I haven't got them out since that gig, because my gig in cymbals, I've used the full electric since. But anyway, that moves on to...
You might have AIDS, so...
Yes!
Clean them, I reckon.
Yeah, need cleaning.
It's not the 80s, but, it's still there.
It's a concern. Who knows what goes on over in Eastern Europe?
Yeah. Absolutely.
What was I going to say? Anyway, I did a gig on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this was a fairly last-minute gig. I say last-minute. I was only booked a couple of months out. Usually they're booked, we're getting married next year. Let's book a band. Yeah,
I would say that's last minute. I'd say that's last minute on the day, I'd say.
Yeah, okay. Shorter notice. Shorter notice than normal.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, this was Wonder Year. and it was fucking out west again.
Oh yeah, they're always out west.
I had to drive out west so many times in the last couple of months. Anyway, this was back up near Taunton, so it's like 3 hours away. And I had a recording session booked in 10 till 4. I had to be at the gig at 6. You do the math.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen, innit?
Yeah.
So I messaged the recording guy. I said, look, I've had this gig come in. Can we do 9 till 3? He's like, yep, no problem. Sorted. So
I'm glad you could be so appreciative on such short notice of a few months, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway,
so the other dilemma, of course, was it was England's final group game of the World Cup.
Yeah.
That night. When that gig came in, you're like, the fixtures had already been released.
Yeah.
So you're like, right, okay. They obviously either don't care about football or they're like, fuck it, let's have our joint party when England are playing. Or initially we thought it was a wedding.
It was a wedding.
But
it was not a wedding.
It was we got the details through a couple of weeks before. Right, okay, it's 3 hours away. It's a joint 21st birthday party.
Cute.
What are they going to do about the football? Because it's important. But then you think, you never know. That could be a dead rubber. It's the third group game. England could be already through, top of the group. Cheers, doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Oh no, so, a little thing called a 0-0 draw with Ghana made this Panama game a little bit more important.
Yeah.
So you're like, what are we going to do? We're running through every scenario. If they give us the option, say, look, we're all going to watch the game at 10. Do you want to watch it with us? You get done, but finish playing by 10, and we'll all watch the football.
Yep.
I'm thinking, do you know what? Maybe that'll happen. Maybe I'll just go, do you know what? Thanks very much. We'll play by 10. I'm going to drive straight home and watch it when I get home.
Yeah.
Anyway, I do my recording session 9 till 3, straight in the old car, 2 hours 40 to Taunton. Get there, right? What's going on? It's on a farm, mate. These people are. It's one of them wealthy farms.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, this is passed down generation to generation.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're in the egg business. They're in the egg business.
Is that a good one, do you reckon?
I mean, apparently to waste $2,000 on a band, you know?
Yeah.
Of bitter, old.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they didn't know that you were bitter when you turned up. See.
Yeah, it doesn't say that on the website. The best 90s and 90s pop rock hits from a bitter bunch of bastards.
Exactly. And Elliot. Yeah.
And yeah. Anyway, so it was like clear indication, quite in the middle of nowhere. They've got zero. There's no TVs.
Yeah. Do they know the World Cup's on? Even?
Well, the only thing I heard was some kind of very posh accent say, "Oh, I think England are playing tonight."
Yeah.
And you're like,
there's no way they're
going
to fit it on.
Yeah, they got no interest. They got zero interest in this. Okay.
And he might have been on about the cricket or something.
It could have been.
You know?
Or netball or something.
Yeah, or squash. Yeah.
Squash, baby. Okay. They definitely want us to play at 9 o'clock till 10 and 10:30 till 11:30. England are kicking off at 10. Right, okay. Now, Neil, bless him, he's like, there's enough signal. I'm going to watch it on my iPad. I'm like, I am not going to watch it. I'm going to do the gig. Then I'm going to drive home. And then I'm going to watch the full match replay when I get home.
Yeah. Right.
So I muted the WhatsApp groups I thought might give indications of the score.
Yeah.
Did the gig. Now, a few things about the gig. It was a pretty good party, actually. It's pretty good. There was joint 21st, so they were quite young. But this was like, like twice their age. So joint 21st was twice their age. But they all dressed up in like tux, like dinner suits. It was very nice. But you're like, these kids were born in 2005.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Don't say it like that.
Fucking hell, George. Born in 2005.
Yeah, I know.
They were 3 when Iron Man came out. Christ alive.
I always think that, 20-year-olds now are the age of Arctic monkeys, essentially. Do you know what I mean? That's what's mental. That's my take on it.
Yeah. They came out. They were born the year Batman Begins came out. Or something like that.
Are these all going to be Batman related? Or?
Well, a lot of my references are based on the release dates of films I like.
Yeah.
You know? What year were you born?
94.
1 year after Jurassic Park.
I always think of...
You're in the Jim Carrey year. You're in the big Jim Carrey year.
Well, I think about Kurt Cobain dying. That was my year.
Daily.
Yeah. all the time.
Yeah.
I can't get over it. A bit like Diana, you know. Cobain and Diana both going in the 90s, you know. How have we moved past it? Anyway,
That's why the place is a mess, really, isn't it?
It is,
we had Diana 4 years later, 9/11. We're like, come on, I can't.
This is it.
Can't keep doing this.
What is going to happen next? Yeah.
They tried to bump up the mood of the Olympics, but you know, we had Super Saturday. That was a high, but that was just a bump, a lovely little bump. You know, a little bump up, and it's just been shit ever since. Anyway, they were very young, but they were good. But what I couldn't work out was joint 21st. Couldn't work out whether they're brother and sister or boyfriend and girlfriend. Anyway, did the gig. Yeah, we finished playing at midnight.
Playing.
Anyway, yeah,
that is devastating. Isn't it?
Yeah, they pushed us back a bit. You're like,
I hate that.
Drove home. Got home at 3:10. No, 3, but just after 3:05.
Yeah.
Unpack my bag. Pop on the full match replay. Watch the whole game.
Amazing. Did your wife watch it with you?
No.
No.
She made me sort of the first 3 minutes. But yeah.
Yeah.
What a legend, basically.
Who?
Me.
Oh, okay. I had a similar situation on Saturday. My gig, it was a funny one. So I did have my function band have a gig, and then I dipped it out to someone who I don't really know, and then because I had a Laney gig come in, then that got cancelled. So I said to Mark, I said, look, if the guy you've got can give it back and if he's busy and doesn't want the money or the work, you know, I'll have it. And he was like, yeah, I'll let you know. Anyway,
because musicians are flush with cash right now.
Exactly. Yeah, because I didn't want to do that cunty thing, and I don't want to ever do it anymore. Where it's just like, hey man, I'm gonna need this gig back, because it's just like, well, no, you know, like you gave it, it's mine, you know. So I was like, well, if he has something else come in, I can do it. But anyway, so long story short, I then managed to get another gig that was way closer to where I live. It was in Haywards Heath, which is half an hour from Brighton. And the gig I originally had was Cambridge. Honestly, I've been to Cambridge 4 times in the last... It was just... meant the amount of times I've seen Warner Brothers Studios sign. Yeah. It's like, oh, there it is again. But
I've seen a particular Esso garage heading west 6 times in the last 6 weeks.
It's mental, isn't it?
You're like, oh, I wonder if the man's selling his wooden sculptures.
Yeah,
there he is. Yeah,
exactly.
You're like, fucking hell. You've been zipping up to Cambridge. I've been zipping out west.
I know. But anyway, but the funny thing was Jack Hickling actually ended up doing my gig, and he was like, oh, I'm on that one now. Like, do you want it back? Like, they must have... Who knows what's going on? It's all swapping around. And I was like, no, I don't want that one back, actually. And I've got to tell you this. So I, you know, I'm on the gig, and whenever you play with someone new, there's always a bit of like, not nerves, excitement, really.
Is
not
everyone
sexual.
new to you in the band?
Yeah. So
is it a function gig?
Well, yeah, it's a function gig, but it was a collective gig, you know. So it's just like they just get any old rabble together.
Yeah, it's a bunch of schmucks.
Exactly. And
you should call yourself the Ginger Cunts.
So I messaged Sean, who's in the band. I think I've told you this. Hi, Sean. Hope you're well. Just having a look through the tracks. Blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. Who cares? He said, yeah, here's the tracks. Whatever. And then he wrote, mate, I got to say, I wasn't paying attention to who was on the gig and was thinking, why is George Pickering adding me as a friend? Is Apple Podcasts giving out details of audience to podcast creators? I've been listening to Drum and Drummer for years. So that's cool. It's kind of like it's a great little... You kind of go, oh, now I don't need to worry about the first impression, because he knows everything about me for the last...
He knows everything.
for the last few years.
Not everything.
And then there's a bit of you that goes, you have to get on the Patreon to know everything. But then there's a bit of you that goes, what if it's going to be tough for him meeting a celebrity? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like me,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
I hope he copes. He coped fine.
Oh my God, it's George Pickering!
Exactly,
you know?
exactly.
And you just go, bow.
Yeah, bash, yeah. Is that going to happen? But no, we had a chat, and he told me he started listening to the podcast after the Ruben episode. He said
nice.
He said he was is a huge Ruben fan.
So is he the drummer of the band that you were depping for?
No. He's guitarist and singer. And
so he's been listening even though he's not a drummer.
Yeah.
But he loved Ruben.
Know,
right.
Yeah.
Say that then.
But in that mat, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's not even a drummer. Well, he might be a drummer. I don't know, but he was playing guitar. So yeah, he's carried on listening ever since. Which is
Did you feel any like, but on two levels? One as a person, two as a drummer. Any like, oh shit, I better not fuck this up.
Yeah, I did think there was a part of me, Sean, if you're listening. I was like, oh god, I talk a lot of talk about gigs and that. I can't just not play well, be like, this guy's all for show, he has a podcast and he doesn't.
He's actually rubbish.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it was all good in the end. But we had the same thing with the football where we get there and it was a 50th birthday party, and the guy said it wasn't his 50th, but there was a husband. I think it was a husband of the 50th person who was sort of dealing with it all. I thought it was his birthday. Anyway, none of that's important. Cut that out if you want. But he was talking to us and he was going, obviously the football's on at 10. But it said first set at 8. He was like, I'm kind of aware a lot of people are going to, because it was in a social club and we were upstairs. Oh, and it had aircon. Oh, that was great.
Oh, lovely.
Whole room cold. He said, I'm aware everyone's kind of going to go downstairs for the football. It's like, you guys are on at 8, then we've got food coming at 9. So he was almost like, can you just make the first set good? like make that the set, because I feel like everyone's gone after that. But to be fair, most people stayed. I don't know if they just weren't up for the football or whatever. But I didn't even watch it. And we were playing and we got to the end of the first set and I said to the bass player, who I hadn't met as well before this, I was like, what's the score? He was like, it's 56 minutes in and it's 0-0. I was like, what the again? Are you this is insane. No, I watched the highlights when I got in. But yeah, it's odd. I mean, tomorrow is 5 p.m. tomorrow, isn't it, our game?
It is, yes.
So I've changed my work around. I'm going to go in at 8 and start 8, finish at 4. Nice. And then, because the alternative is finish at 5 and then be like, come on, Glennis, let's watch the match, and just watch it in the living room at the care home, which, maybe that would be funny, but also probably not. It's probably leave.
Probably quite depressing.
Probably go home, actually.
Go home.
Yeah, or to the pub or whatever. Beyond that, I mean, we're at half an hour now. Do you know what's funny? I'll say this. So there's no way of saying this without it sounding, only if it's cocky. I'm thankful. But when I was first doing those festivals, I was so excited, and I still am to do them. But I was thinking about it today. I was like, oh, what can I talk about? And the festivals, it's almost like, what's the point? I talk about one every week, Like we did one on Sunday, and it was great. But it's almost like it was the same great. It's like having a really delicious pudding, Oh, I've got to tell someone about this. That was great. But then you have it every night, and you're like, it's still great. But does anyone want to know about my stick-it-off pudding for the 40th day in a row? Do you know what I mean? So that's how the festival was on Sunday. Jimmy was like, that was great, wasn't it? It's just nice that we get to play a big stage, and then you go, oh, and I get to do it again next week, But then with this, so we did a gig with the Laney lineup, but as a country band.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because it's kind of like your freshman year niche, in that when you play in a country covers gig at someone's wedding, everyone knows Jolene and, Country Road and whatever. But when you play the lesser known ones, it can clear a dance floor. And it's interesting because like the bride and groom will be really singing along, and most people are like, I don't know this Luke Combs. I don't even know who Luke Combs is, And it's interesting. That's because we are thinking about kind of making it into more of a band as we get more bookings. We're like, we may as well get a promo done. We're all ready. We've got everything ready. We just need to, But it's, it'll be like freshman year. There's part of you. It's like, oh, we should just throw in Valerie. But you can't because it's not the vibe.
I often think when we do those, freshman year stuff, and when there's like not that many people, which is quite common.
Yeah.
Which it all makes sense.
Yeah.
But like when the bride and groom are loving it,
yeah,
I'm like, it's all that matters.
Yeah, literally.
Like not in a like, oh, but I'm just like, fair play, sticking to your guns and getting something you want.
Yeah.
and not compromising on what Auntie Val wants.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, generics now. Get you out for what you fucking want.
Yeah,
it's
your day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck Auntie Val. I remember when we used to do the 505s.
Not literally. She's 84. But,
exactly.
But all dried up.
I always know you're going to say one more thing. I went to 505s when I did that band with Josh Row Your Boat. And he, we turned up and the bride and groom heavily tatted, basically just two goths, you know. And they said, here's the deal. We love your set list. Do that. You know, we are aware that no one, they were like, this is going to be your worst gig almost, you know, no one's going to come in, but we love it. So that don't worry.
10 of our guests have actively said they hate you.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but stick to your guns.
Exactly. Yeah. No matter
Yeah.
how much they throw at you or whatever, you know.
If someone starts pissing on you or your pedals, keep going.
Keep going. Yeah.
You're not a bad guy,
no,
George.
So even if they bend your arm back behind you, you know, and hit you hard with wood, just keep going. You know, with wood. Anyway,
peep show.
Yeah.
Good. Right. Just to finish up then. Quick Magpie update.
Oh,
still there.
That's
still
mental.
there.
Has it changed? Have things started falling off?
No, I would, especially this weather. I'd have expected a bit more decomposition. I don't know whether decomposition happens faster if the dead bird is on the ground. You know, I don't know if the ground itself has something to do with it, or whether I don't know. But it's just out there swinging by its leg.
Well, it would make sense if it's say if it's on the ground and you got all insects and they can eat it.
Yeah.
You know, if you're an insect and you see it, you go, oh, that does look tasty actually out there, but that is.
It's quite high.
That's quite. I mean, if that insect was the size of a huge, that's like climbing, the Twin Towers to try and get something to eat, and you're like, I can't climb that. Well, you definitely can't now, but No,
it's quite high. Someone needs to lower them.
Did you hear? I heard this today. Apparently, in 2005, Donald Trump proposed making new Twin Towers and making them twice as big. He did like a pitch saying we should remake them. But make them twice as big. Isn't that great? Isn't that just so delusional,
It's bold, isn't it? It's a bold suggestion. Yeah.
It didn't happen in the end,
No. And where is he now?
Well.
Right, let's wrap up then, boy.
Yeah.
Everyone, we've recorded this before the game with the good Dr. Congo. So best of luck to the England boys. I know you're listening. Enjoy the game, George. Everyone, thank you very much for listening. Get in touch. Let's hear about, anyone bled on your drums.
Yeah. What else did we talk about?
How did you get around watching England in tournament? Because I've done it all. I watched games when I got home at 1 a.m. I watched games when I got home at 3 a.m. Yeah. I've had games playing on my phone while gigging, It's what we have to deal with. Right, get in touch. drumandrummerpod@gmail.com. Instagram @drumandrummerpodcast. Drumcharts.co.uk for all your drum chart needs. Hey, I put some new songs on the store now. So 80 songs available now.
Great.
On the store. And I did my first little mailing list today, letting people know that there's some new songs on there. So
nice. Brilliant.
Go and check that out. George, thanks very much.
Pleasure.
Enjoy the good game with the good doctor. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
All dried up.
Thank you for listening to Drum and Drummer. You can find us on Instagram at Drum and Drummer Podcast. And you can send us an email to drumanddrummerpod@gmail.com. Remember, just pick up the sticks and twat it.